Yeah, what is cracking? What is cracking? It's your boy Baldhead. Welcome to Baldhead's Live. We are live. We are here. We are doing great things, doing big things. Shout out to everybody who voted for the right person. Get Orange Dude up out of there. He got to get out of the White House. He got to take all them orange stained collared shirts with his head. Get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. Felt good. Felt good. We got the first comment. You know what? I got my girls with me. We're going to talk about it. And we got a couple of other things to talk about. But right before we do that, what's up, Essentials? Right before we do that, I want y'all to know this New Year's, I will be in Houston at the Comedy Slam. 9371 Richmond, Houston. Please, I'm visiting Masquerade Gala. It's going to be crazy. Hosted by my man, M Dubs. I got my girl, Corey Bell, who is running with Monique through the world right now. I got my dog, Ronnie George, and my man, Mike Sant. We will be in the building. Houston, we invading it, and it's going to be crazy. Come check it out. Also, I want y'all to go check my boy out. November 18th, my man Ray Grady, Alpha Nation, will be live. It will be live at the Miracle Theater in Inglewood, California. So y'all go check that out. It's November 18th. He will be streaming on YouTube. Ray Grady's Alpha Nation. Go check that out. Please check that out. And let me run this real quick. Get to my sponsor, CBD products. If you like CBD products, please go to 66cbd.com and get you some CBD product. They got a bunch of stuff on there. Go look on the website. You can also go look on the Instagram. Please take your time to do it. And I'm giving you a hookup. You will get a discount for your first purchase if you type in for the promo code Baldhead. Type Baldhead in the promo code, and you're getting you a hookup. I'm always trying to hook y'all up with something. I'm also trying to hook y'all up with this. Please stop paying that high cable bill. Get the cable cut off and get your Wi-Fi. Get your best Wi-Fi package. Because I want you to go to WeWatchTV.net. Get WeWatchTV.net. They got 5,000 streaming channels on there. Everything you want to see all across the country. 5,000. That's a lot. You can put it on your Fire Stick, your Android box, your laptop, all of that. You can get it together and get it on there. WeWatchTV.net. You also use the promo code Baldhead because it's $30 a month. But with my name, you get it for $20. I'm tired of hooking y'all up with stuff. You better take advantage of it. Do what you got to do. But like I said, I got a great show today. I got a bunch of things I'm going to talk about. Great things. What's going on, Val? Trina, what's going on? I'm coming to Texas in June and July. I'll be in Texas in June and July. And I'm going to let you know about that, girl. Congratulations on your engagement and what's going on. But today, I got these two beautiful ladies that are stronger than a lot of people that I know. And there's a lot of mothers out here about it, going through the things that they're going through. But I want y'all to talk to them today. My first guest is my girl. Well, I don't even call her this, but this is her name. So my girl, Gwendolyn Baxter, is in the building. She lost her son, Larry Harper Jr., 2016. So I want y'all to understand and listen to what I'm saying. This is a strong woman. Y'all give her a round for coming in the house tonight. What's up, Gwendolyn?
What up, Baldhead? Now you know you don't call me that.
I know I don't call you that, but I don't know if you want me to call you by your name on here. There's a lot of people who don't see this. So, however the case may be, she is the founder of Sisterhood. So please tell them when you found out about me. When did you start Sisterhood? Because I want to. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna bring my other guest up too, because I want both y'all to kind of put it together. This young lady I'm about to bring together is. Let me tell y'all something. Both of these ladies I know. My girls, I go to hell for them. This one lady I'm about to bring on right here is a monster. She is something else. She done talked to me 3-4 times and almost made me cry. She came out one time, but I'm a gangster. I got to hold up so I don't cry in front of her. I'll go around the back and cry. Please put y'all hand together for my girl, Geneva Reveal, the mother of Sandra Bland. What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
What's up, Hey,
Queen.
Thanks for having us on, man. You got a strong sister over there up in that right-hand corner up there.
Oh yeah, that's my girl. She been strong before strong was strong, man. On
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all. Gwendolyn, you can go first. We know that both of you young ladies lost your son and your daughter. The thing of it is for me, being me, I've seen y'all situations, and personally, I'll be like, I'm finna go kill everybody. I'm not finna be marching. I'm not finna be ready. I'm not holding up no signs. I'm not doing none of that. My temperament is totally different. And I say that because y'all strength is way better than I could. So I want to know when tell them when you started your foundation and what gave you the strength to really do that.
Well, sure. Only thing I can say is God. Number
Yeah,
one.
you better say it, girl.
Number one, because if it was not for that, I probably would have lost my mind too, Baldhead.
Yeah.
And you know, I had a mindset once upon a time where I would have killed everybody. You know what I'm saying? I done went and took the whole community out.
Right.
But at that time, it was 4 years later after my husband was gunned down. And he was gunned down by Cook County Sheriff. So, and by that time, I was into church. I had developed a relationship with God. And so when it happened to my son, man, that's like the worst feeling ever. It's like the worst feeling ever. But by me having such a strong spiritual relationship and had been involved, I kind of leaned toward God, And at one point, I got mad because I was like, I know what it was. That was nothing but the devil. He want me to go back to who I used to be. So he couldn't do it through none of the tricks he tried, as who I was. He couldn't get me back in the street because I was deep into church. I was singing in the choir, giving tithes, offering, doing all kinds of stuff.
You was
yes.
what?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
So,
Queen. Tell them. Yes, Queen.
That way.
Right. Right.
That's with my baby. He took my son.
Right.
So at first, for one little second, I was like, come on, God, I'm in church. I'm doing what you asked me to do. How you let this happen? But then again, I thought for a minute, I was like, oh, devil, Satan, you foul demon. You mess with the right one this time.
Come on.
From this point on, to every soul I encounter, I'm going to tell them about the goodness of God.
Come on, Queen.
And so that really took me on an emotional roller coaster. To and then God showed me at my son's services, 33 of his friends, family and friends, 33 of them gave their life to Christ.
Come on.
Then I had to get myself together. And I knew who Larry was, the type of young man he was. It's no way that he would have allowed me to be grieving and crying and just giving up life. And a lot of times that's what happens when a mother loses her child. She goes in a very, very dark place. I say it all the time. She be in another world. She could be in a room of 50 people.
Yes.
Still not be there.
That's
because
right.
Her mind and her heart ain't there. So I knew that the type of man that my son was, he would have never wanted that. He was a jokester. He liked to pull pranks. Every time you saw him, he was smiling. I was like, devil, I got you. So the only way to get my revenge back was to tear that devil kingdom down. And that's what
Come on, Queen.
So the sisterhood came together by some mothers. That there was a mother a beautiful woman, beautiful. When I mean, just all over, heart, soul, all that. She wanted to write a book, and she wanted to, know people's stories. So a couple people had told me they wanted me to meet her, but how you play it off, and people like, yeah, you need to meet Bouchelle, you need to meet this lady. Then they said she wanted to put something together. So I told them, they put me in a group, and I was like, look, y'all just come to my house and let me see what it is y'all want, because by nature I'm an organizer. And so when they came, she said, I want to be able to, go out and talk about my son, and which is true. After the funeral repast, people act like they scared to mention your child. They act like they scared to bring the name up or talk about him, So, and I understood what she meant. So I was like, well, you want a support group? So she was like, yeah, all of them was like in agreement. Yeah, I was like, well, I don't do support groups. Because I don't want to sit around and cry. I don't want to sit around and bring up stuff that's going to make me emotional. I said, I'm more of an action person. I believe in making noise, letting people know that this ain't going to go away. Being a voice for my son. And then they were like, well, that too. So that's when we formed the Sisterhood Action Support Group. And that was like in 2015, December of 2015. Mm-hmm. And it's been on ever since. And it's like, kind of like, it's been a mess. I ain't gonna say it ain't been easy. Wow. But I just keep going. Despite of what happens, I try to stay focused. Like, God, is this my calling? I'm not gonna do nothing to nobody stop me. They come and go. They come and go. Mothers are this is the first organization that I've organized and I put together that I don't want new members.
Come on.
This is the only one that I've ever had that I really don't want new members. But unfortunately, the world that we live in today, I get new members all day, every day.
Right.
All day, every day.
So why don't you want no new members? You don't think that they had the same strength that you have, or why you don't want a new member?
Bro. It means if I get a new member, then that means somebody
died.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's the only reason I don't want new members, because that means somebody else's life has been taken to this senseless violence.
Right.
Well, see, okay, so this is the thing. You had to start up a situation because your son was taken by the hands of another black person. Mm-hmm. My problem that I have with your situation and Geneva's situation is there is no outcry.
Yes.
See, now, Geneva's situation was with the police. It was all, I'm gonna let her talk about the part of it. But me as a man, I want that same energy all the time.
You dang on right.
When I came to people about it on social media, and I said one simple thing, and I got ridiculed like crazy. There was people fighting back on my side when I said, why they can't keep the same energy when John killed Tom?
Right.
People, what are you talking about? This, that. No, someone died. Someone was murdered.
Right.
Absolutely.
I don't give a damn about who hands. It's not right either way it goes.
That's so right.
I want to say, it sounds good when you say Black Lives Matter. It sounds real good. But even if you look at the whole agenda of their situation, it ain't what we need. It ain't what needs to be. I can say Black Lives Matter. I can say White Lives Matter. I can say, well, truthfully, Black lives gonna matter when a death is happening by whoever.
Yes.
That's what real Black Lives Matter means.
And then in turn, all lives matter.
But the thing, you know what I come to the conclusion of with that situation? Black Lives Matters, their agenda is for injustices, equality, and injustice. It don't have anything to do with black on black crime or people taking out each other, the senseless gun violence. Because there is just injustice. But the word Black Lives Matter, it should matter to black people.
Period. Come on, Queen.
It should be a Black Lives movement. Whereas anytime somebody kills somebody in the community, that's when the whole community, the whole village should come out.
Now,
this done become a norm for some people. It's like they see it, and that's the end of it. And it's not a norm. But they, so that's how I rationalize and justify this Black Lives Matter movement, because really they don't say violence against people, shootings or community violence, neighborhood violence. They don't say that. So I don't fool with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When Black lives begin to matter with black people, it matters to us as mothers. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm just to be fair. Before my son was murdered, it didn't. I saw it on the news too. I didn't take no actions.
You're right.
You don't think to do that, but when it happened to you, then you see it. That's when the bells get to going off. Like, wait a minute. Even when that Cook County sheriff, he shot my husband 16 times. 16, and they justified that. Okay, they found a way to justify that. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is not normal. So our people, we have an issue. And it's like when that happened to us, Geneva and I, because a kid losing a child, if my son was in the hospital, he was laid up with some type of this deadly disease, and then he passed away, that's something that I feel different. It still hurt. It don't change the pain, but it's something I live with. But when your child walk out the door to go on a highway to go to another city or go out the door to go visit a friend, and then they don't come back because somebody felt like they could take their life.
Right.
A whole different, that's a whole new ball game.
But it's a whole new ball game.
It's a whole new ball game, but it's still when anybody walk out the door, hey, I'm gonna finna run to the stove, or I'm finna go to, and then you sit up and you think about they didn't come back.
No.
That's a hard thing to fathom.
It is.
It's a hard thing to fathom. I'm sorry, bro.
When you realize that, I'm sorry, go on, speak.
No, because I'm thinking about it as you're saying it. And it's a hard thing to fathom, but we're in a society right now where everybody is all about me, me, me. They ain't thinking about you until it happens to them. Then they want you to come and jump on their bandwagon when they didn't give you no support, no help, no nothing. Yes. And unfortunately, in our situation, my daughters, of course, there's 5 of them. So the remaining 4, they wasn't going. They was like, no, we're going to blast this all across social media. We calling everybody. And that's how we handle it. Okay. And then I chose in the beginning, sometimes when these things happen to you, you can attach yourself to the wrong organization.
Oh, girl, you better say
and then that organization's agenda overtakes the murder of your child. So then everything is all in chaos. It then becomes about publicity. It then becomes about the mic. It becomes about the money. It becomes about the lawsuit. Listen, man, let me tell you something. Nothing in this world can bring our kids back, right? Right, Queen?
That's right.
But when it happened, if it ain't got no popular attorneys around it, if it ain't got no popular group around
it,
if it ain't got no established folk around it, you can push it up under the rug. I told my attorney, listen, man, I want to be sure that the world don't never forget Sandra Bland. You understand? And however I got to do that, that's how we gonna do it. So when I took my little butt and moved down to Texas for 2.5 years, fighting for my baby, I never lost my mind, okay? But I knew if I didn't do it, somebody was gonna be out here perpetrating lying. Yeah. And they were gonna take the narrative and take it another way. Thank God for my daughters who said, we ain't going.
Yes.
Well, I know one thing. I sure ain't got nowhere near none of that strength y'all got. I'm glad I've been blessed to know both of y'all on both sides of the plane, because I know, you never wish this.
No.
Right now, the way the climate is, you try to prepare yourself, and it's a more.
You can't.
It is a more. I know
you can't prepare for that.
I know you can't prepare. I know you can't prepare. But just like she said, when this is what I told one of my friends, one of his cousins died of cancer.
Yeah.
He was in such an uproar. He was mad, and I said, "Let me ask you something. Who you gonna go get? You gonna go get cancer? You can't go get cancer. Now you can probably get in line with the other people and try to raise money to fight for a cure." I said, "But let me tell you something. I said, it's gonna sound crazy because I was talking to him at the time when he was on 100. I said, be glad that person wasn't taken from you. Person.
It's a big difference. It's a big
difference.
We come from an era. Of, remember, you go outside, somebody hit you, your mom, oh, you hit me, you better go hit them back. It's in our DNA to go get our lick back.
That's it. Still today, what you mean?
Right. but one thing is for sure, for certain situations, you can't get your lick back.
You can't.
You gotta make awareness. And when you made an awareness of people saying Sandra's name, remember her name. That was the first time I've heard somebody say, remember her name. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna remember her name because I know her mama. I'm gonna remember this way. But for other people to see that whenever they see a picture somewhere, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah. It's a conscious decision that you make as a mother because your heart is ripped out. There is a hole there. You can't even feel it. Not enough concrete, not enough asphalt. Can't nothing fill that hole. Nothing. And so if you have not experienced that, don't come telling me you know how I feel. No, you don't. Shut up talking to me.
That's the craziest thing. When people tell you that,
we hate it.
I don't think people say it on purpose. They just say, man, I know how you feel. And then if you turn right around and ask them, when did you lose your kid?
Shut your mouth.
They'll be like,
And in the initial stages, you're so mad. See, because just like my queen sister over here, I'm in ministry. I was in ministry before Sandy was murdered. Okay. So I'm like, God, hold on. What you mean? I'm at everybody's funeral. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm with the bishop. I'm doing all this stuff. And then I backed up and I said, wait a minute. Bishop, evangelist, minister, preacher, it don't matter. I was mama first. And so before you start getting all into the spiritual realm of it, you mad. You straight up mad because you can't believe that somebody got away with this.
Yeah.
Now the other side of it, as being a spiritual leader, a Christian that people are following, in my head, I said, I'm not going to make myself a icon for people. I'm not going to make myself feel like I have to act like everything is great, because everything wasn't great. Okay. Y'all got a chance to see the beauty and the pearls with the Democratic National Convention and being on the road with Hillary for 9 months. But you best believe, in some of them days, I'm running around here looking like Don King. You hear me? I was literally running around here toe up from the floor because my mind, it was a battle of the mind with the enemy.
Yeah.
And sister, when you said, wait a minute, this ain't nothing but the attack from the devil. I was there. I know what you're talking about. And it just made you get up and say, all right, nigga, I got you now. I got you. So I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's because you know you needed that lick back. You know you needed
that's the thing. You said that's the perfect example, Baldhead, of where our strength come back. Because any mother, just like you said, when a kid right their mother, so-and-so hit you, what the first thing she do? Nuh-uh, you better go hit them back.
Hit them back.
You mess with a mother child, she come and play you. She come and play you. You may not know your mom involved. She find out about it. She gonna go get out.
That's right.
Her child. So
that's right.
You take that child when that guy is that when it's a definite thing, when that kid is gone.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. You can't. I couldn't lay down and just be like, oh,
let it go.
No. I'm still fighting. But see, I'm not only fighting because the feeling, like Geneva said, that feeling is so undescribable. You cannot compare that to nothing else on earth. Nothing.
No.
It's something. Some mothers, like I got the sisterhood with them. All the mothers that, not all the mothers, but the mothers of the sisterhood. I see they pain, man. They go day to day, every day, cry. I went to a mental funeral. In the beginning of that, I went to a mental funeral morning, noon, and night, every day, all day.
Yeah.
Mothers was calling me, screaming, hollering,
crying.
God had to give me the strength.
Right.
To talk to them, to talk them through it, to let them know that it's gonna be okay. I never tell a mother that you're gonna get over. We ain't getting over that. Never get over.
Right.
It's not a get over situation, and that's the one thing that people tend to say. You're gonna be all right. You'll get over it, or you still grieving. It's been a long time. You can't stop. It's all important to how you utilize that grief. You can empower yourself with it, or you can lay down and die.
Yes, come on, girl. Come on. Come on.
I chose empowerment. And so some people don't understand it. Some of these mothers, they feel like the world is over for them.
Over with.
Nobody is addressing that. Nobody is helping them. So that's why the sisterhood was established. But then you get mothers, they come, they be empowered, they back to who they were, they able to smile again, then they move on. They don't stay to try to help the next mother. I have to I stay to try to help the next mother. They constantly coming.
Yeah.
They constantly coming, and nobody is addressing that mental, because that's what they call it, PTS, post-traumatic
PTSD.
Yeah. They
hold on, Queen. Hey, Queen. This is what the people don't understand. Our PTSD, in my case, it was my daughter. Your PTSD means police took my son down.
No, the police took my son.
I know they didn't for you. And they didn't for you. But for some of the mothers whose kids were killed by cops, the sons, the police took their sons down. And so the mindset is, oh my God, the world is over. And then nobody sticks around for the residue.
Yes.
The residue, all that pain, them tears, them heartaches, all that stuff is out there. You stuck around. Let me tell you something. If I didn't step back to take self-care when I did, girl, I wouldn't be on here with you today. You hear me?
Oh, I know.
I literally had to just step back. I didn't return calls. I just deleted everybody because I literally was losing my mind, and it seemed that nobody cared.
Yeah.
All the
That's what
people
it
wanted
does.
was the next movie, the next song, the next this, the next that. People are demanding of you, and you still trying to swim above water.
Yes.
You see? And so there is no financial assistance for the women who lose their jobs, their cars, their mind when the child is gone.
I've seen marriages
Come on.
break up. The men
Come on.
don't understand. You know,
Come on.
it's just so much that trauma that you go. So the sisterhood, and that's what we were for, to empower, to keep in power. I have to stay. You know, I have to stay. And sometimes they'll say stuff like, well, we lost our kids. And I'm like, well, what I
did too.
You know, but I need to understand, because like you said about here, sometimes they look at it as a strength, as a strong, and they forget that I've been there. I know that.
But you know, when you're looking at somebody that's going through what y'all going through, and we see y'all smiling, we see y'all having regular conversations. Like you said, you could be in a room full of 1,000 people and not really be there. We don't know the part if we don't go through it. See, everybody don't go through the same thing. Everybody don't handle the same thing the same way.
Right.
So it needs to be something to start for people to get that mental understanding of it, and for people to understand that type of mental understanding of it. Because I know people that have been in relationships before, and a child has passed, and then later on they break up, and I'd be like, why the hell they break up? I thought, and I would say myself, because I'm a man, I thought dude was there for in that situation, but he didn't know how to be. You could be what you. I mean, I can comfort you, I can talk to you, I can listen to you, I can go get some soup when you need it, whatever. But then, if your mental is on something else, and
it ain't nothing you can do for me.
Get me out.
But my mental is over there.
Right.
So I ain't trying to hit you. Okay. And so
I need to get my charger. My phone look like it's finna die. Let me
get your charger, girl.
Go get your charger. Get your charger. We got a little bit of time.
No, but you saying something right there, Baldhead. If the woman's mind is somewhere else, she ain't gonna be able to receive what you're trying to give to her. You know, because her focus is on the loss of that baby. And it's so painful. She can't hear nothing else. She can't hear.
All I know is that type of pain. I lost a son, but I lost my son through he choked to death off some food. It was years ago.
Yeah.
That pain when you lose a kid is painful, but I never been through the situations that y'all been through. I don't want to go through them because I already know I'm gonna go.
Well, you already told me. You like my baby brother. My baby brother to go down there and burn up.
You're not gonna hear me talking about some. Yeah, I was in the choir. I was singing. I was no. Y'all gonna be like, is that Baldhead in that alley? What is this doing in that alley? Wow. Oh, shit, get out there. I'm not with all that, and that's with the police or anybody.
Yeah,
I'm not right. I'm not.
It ain't like we didn't feel like that. Don't think. Right. Don't get it misconstrued.
I know.
Hey sis, give me a virtual high
five. Okay, because I wrestled with that spirit for a whole 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I did want to do some retaliation. I had to wrestle with that, because what I would have done. Let's say I could. I go back and I retaliate. Then that put another mother in the same position that I was in, and that don't make me no better than the person that killed my son.
You know what? You know what? That what you just said right there.
That right there.
The way my mentality is, I don't care.
Yeah, well, I think,
and I know it's wrong.
What you gonna do with them?
That's why I told you, y'all stronger than me.
You did tell me.
Y'all stronger than me. I pray. It was somebody that just passed recently, and I called my son because the guy that passed, I knew his father. I called my son, and I told my son, man, keep doing what you're doing. Be peaceful, be careful. I tell all my sons, do what y'all gonna do. I said, if you out here doing wrong and the wrong catch you, understand this. First off, think about what you're gonna do, because your daddy ain't finna be right. I told him I'm not I'm not doing none of that.
But Baldhead, they could be doing all the right thing. That does not
Tell
matter.
them.
I understand. I understand.
They don't have to be there.
I understand.
They do what they're supposed to do. They're doing the right thing. I have some kids, they was just home from college. My son's friend came home from college because his mother went in the hospital. He home from college because he wanted to visit his mother at the hospital. He goes outside, get caught in a doggone crossfire.
You know, that's the craziest thing right now. That people are dying and getting killed where they belong. When we was coming up and somebody get killed, be like, man, what was he doing over there?
Right.
And I'm sitting in the front room in my house looking at TV. Bullet come through my house.
Yeah.
It's a crazy thing, and I like I said, I can never commend y'all enough for being strong and showing the strength. But I understand women, y'all got a different type of inner strength sometimes. Y'all got a different type of inner strength sometimes. I want to get off this topic for a second and get to something that's kind of fun. What do y'all think about the election?
Go ahead, Queen.
That circus. I saw it as a circus at one point. I'm like, this too much. What's really going on?
Right.
But hey, I'm glad that we got that clown out of there. Because this man, I've said it from the beginning. You can go down my timeline back to when he was elected 4 years ago. I kept saying, this man is a Russian spy. This man is trying to destroy America. That's how I felt about him. Yeah.
All I know is I remember this. From day one, whatever he did, they had a count. When he was 180 days in, he had did 180 things to lead up to that day. And I said, this man is not even, I told people from the beginning, the man hair made out of cotton candy. How y'all gonna get mad at him? His brain, his hair follicles are connected to a Jolly Rancher. The man is the man of a Jolly Rancher. The man came in talking about, I'm gonna build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. This is what I thought about. I said, do you know
pay for it?
Said, do you know the Mexicans? And this ain't no racial thing. You know the Mexicans been had tunnels under walls. How you gonna stop them? You can't stop the people. Look at the hardest working people in America.
But wait a minute, brother. Let me hold on, brother. And Queen, let me tell you something. Here's where I stand with it because I watched it all. Queen, you and the word, you already know. Listen, even though he was a tyrant, even though he did all of what he did, when that man was running, he said what he was going to do. Then he got in and did exactly what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to take down everything Obama did. Everything he said, he did it. And then the people were sitting back saying, well, dang, he told you he was going to do it, right? So he coming in, he does that. You and I know this, even though we have now come to accept that our children are gone, the Lord still allowed it. You understand what I'm saying? So regardless of whatever else was going on, it was still allowed and it's a purpose for it. So even though the whole world is in an uproar, that's what they asked for. And once they got the king that they asked for, now he done upset the entire world, but still, God still allowed it. And as a Christian, I always try to keep my mind stayed on representing the fact that I believe that God is still sovereign. I believe that he's still in control. And I believe that at some point, some way, somehow, we're going to get a chance to see why that person had to sit in that seat at that time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So it can reveal the racism.
I wish right now, I wish right now I could pass the offering plate around because I felt like I was just in the sermon.
Oh my God. But yeah, I think it was to reveal how racist this country really is.
Yes.
People have gotten away from thinking that we was free.
Yes.
I tell anybody out there, I'm free. I ain't no slave. Well, look around your community.
Come on.
Show me something. Show me two things in your community that's black.
You don't know it. You don't know it because you're inside of it. A lot of people don't know that. They think, oh, well, everybody like you know. We grew up. With people having a nice car and $4 worth of gas in it, and that just took them around the neighborhood. They didn't go nowhere.
That's it.
So when they thought the whole world was like that. But then when you take them out of town, and they be like, hey, let me tell y'all.
I can't take him.
Let me tell y'all something.
Queen, what are you gonna do with him? That boy made me take my glasses off, Queen.
I can't take him. I can't take him for real.
I was on the road one time, and I had this girl with me, right? She's from the neighborhood, Minglewood. With and everything. We driving. Now, you know when you drive on the road, you're going to see some horses and cows. When I tell y'all this, I swear to God, it was the truth. She said, oh, my God. I never seen a black cow. That's where the chocolate milk come from.
Oh!
Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all think I'm playing. I can't make this up. I rode for 27. I rode for 27 more miles because we was going. I don't know. We was going to Columbus. So I said, "You for real?"
She was real.
He was like, "Yeah, boy. I ain't never seen one, and I've been drinking chocolate milk. I'm glad." I said, "That ain't." I said, I could not get to my destination to do this show fast enough to get her back. And when I got her back out the car, she looked at me and said, "So when you gonna take me out of town?" I said, "You need to go to the moon. You don't need to go out of town because what you just said, and you were serious. I couldn't believe." And I went, and it was a nice looking watch. I wondered why no one ever took her nowhere. And she told me, she told me, she was like, "I ain't never been out of town. I ain't never even been to Wisconsin." I said, "Why did I?"
That's so unfortunate.
The crazy part is it's a lot of people like that.
Yeah,
right.
That's true, and it's really sad.
Right.
When I had my youth center, that's all I tried to do: expose them kids to everything.
Yes.
Because when I was coming up, and I feel that, sister, because when I was coming up, I had never been out the community.
Right, me either.
I met a guy. He took me up north to what it called Newtown, where they had a Black Museum and all that stuff. I thought I was on another. I thought I was looking around like, I didn't even know that stuff existed.
Yeah,
My great grandparents did something every summer from when I was from the 7th grade to a junior. They sent me, back then. I think summer school, not summer school, but in the summer we had like 3, maybe 4 months of summer.
Yeah.
So for 2 months, they would see me. I done been to Colorado, New York, Syracuse. I've been everywhere, right? And I asked my grandfather one time, my great grandfather, I said, "Man, why y'all keep sending me out of town? Y'all don't want me around in the summer?" My great grandfather sat and looked at me and said, "Look outside. These people on this block, they don't go nowhere. People on the next block don't go nowhere. I don't want you to be no One Avenue nigga."
Right.
My God.
And I was like, "What?" And at the time, I was like, I want you to be able to be sat down somewhere where you've never been and focus, adjust yourself, where you can talk to anybody, you can notice anything, you can recognize the situation. I don't want you to be amazed by something that is somewhere else that ain't where you from."
Right.
Wow.
I stayed downtown.
Baldhead, that's the thing. I traveled. They took us out of town, but I never traveled outside the neighborhood.
Right.
I never went outside the neighborhood. I went to Mississippi, New York, all of that. My father worked at Greyhound 58 years before he retired.
Yeah.
He started when he was 16 years old. Move from Mississippi to Chicago and worked at Greyhound. So I had passes to travel anywhere I wanted to go. I had never been outside of. I didn't know what Navy Pier was. I didn't know what Uptown was. Newtown and all that stuff.
I had a friend that came and seen me at a comedy show downtown, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I done came down here because I don't be messing around. I don't even come down here." And I'm like, "You don't come? I think you're talking to the place." He's like, "I don't even come downtown." I said, "I want you to get on the train right now. Go on, hurry up, go back home. You're gonna see something that's gonna scare you."
Right.
Right. You come downtown.
Right. But you know what, brother? That's what's going on now. And so you have the new kids that are coming up, the new generation, and their moms and dads, they have their latchkey kids. They got keys to the house. They ain't this big, and they got keys to the house. They got everything electronic. Everybody going in their room, shutting the door. Ain't nobody having no communication. And then you want to know what's wrong with the kids. Let me tell you something. My mama, you ain't get no key to the house. My mom said, if I ain't in here, you ain't in here. Stand outside that door. One no now, okay? You had to go to the rec center. You had to go to the boys club. You had to go somewhere until mama got in, okay? Ain't no key to the door. Ain't no overnight to nobody's house. Ain't none of that, okay? And if somebody came to the house, she got to know their mama, their daddy, their grandma, who's staying in the house, what they doing, who work, who don't work, all that. We have lost that, you see. And as a result,
I can't believe
Let me ask you, Queen. You in the public? You outside somewhere?
No, I'm in my house.
Well, why you got that mask on?
That's what I
let me tell you, like I just told Baldhead, I am around a lot of people. People coming to my home in and out via their communication with my husband, okay?
Let me find out you're in a dope spot. Let me find out you're in a dope spot.
Don't do that. Queen, look here. This is what I tell people. I have had too many people in my family to have COVID.
Yeah.
I don't play with it. You get what I'm saying? And when they get to where they giving you in your neighborhood boxes of face mask in your neighborhood, you need to make sure, I don't care what's going on, because I don't know what they bringing in from out there.
That's right.
Now, I can say, all right, brother, you're going to have to keep your 6 feet. But if the man that I've been with for over 40 years is going to look at me and say, no, you're going to the garage. Now, he didn't say that, but I'm saying it's a protection for me because I deal with a couple illnesses that are very serious. And I don't have to tell everybody all that, but that's for me. I keep this thing on. My little grandbaby, she's 8 years old. If she catch me without a mask on, she's like, so grandma, why you got the mask in the car? Why we always got to put it on that? So I find myself making sure that this is always with me. When I'm around them, since I know they're watching me, I make sure I always have it on. That's the lesson the kid is learning from you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I get it.
And when you got folks coming in and out of here like that, and now about here, nobody selling no dope. But
I didn't say you were selling it. I just thought you might have been in there because there's so many people.
No.
I don't know.
No. People, no. We do a lot of things to help people. We do a lot of ministry stuff. We do a lot of missionary stuff. So it's you got a lot of different kind of people that you deal with, and you got to just make sure that you're keeping yourself together. And that's it.
You know I'm gonna talk some mess. I understand.
I know.
But her phone must have died. Oh wait a minute, she coming back now. I think.
Gwendolyn, where you at?
Girl, I don't know. Something kicked off. I don't know what happened.
That ain't nothing but the devil just mad. He mad.
Oh, that's Boost. That's that Boost Mobile. Boost Mobile do that.
Oh, you too funny.
I'm so glad that I am so glad and I'm so blessed that I got y'all to come on here today and talk about.
Man, I'm glad to meet this queen. She's something else.
But I want to know, is it any way that y'all could tell? See, this is my thing. I think mothers, these new mothers, need to learn how to talk to their children and stop being their children's friend. Because some of that friend situation, and the long term, have your child in a messed up situation where they can live their life. That's one of the things, because things come from the home first, and most things are gonna come from the mothers.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
What would y'all say? What would you say, Geneva, to these new mothers that need to have a conversation with their kids?
Well, here's the thing, Baldhead. We get older and we act like we wasn't that funky new mama back then. I mean, I had my first daughter when I was 15 years old. Okay, I was out of order, out of control, and just stupid. All right. So when you see, I didn't have a Naomi to teach me. Go back in the Word and look at Naomi and Ruth. I didn't have that, and so now it's up to me to bring them in and make them feel welcome and make them feel like, hey, you can make it, baby. It's a reason that you called mama and they called kid, because you were never meant to be so-called friends on the same level. You were given the responsibility to take care of them, to lead them in the right direction. But when you got the point where you can smoke with your kid, you're going out with your kid, that's a no-no. When you at the point when you're going back and forth with a kid, man, I'll slap a kid. I ain't even finna lie to you. Okay. I'm not finna go back and forth.
I don't know why they stopped. I don't know why they put it in the position to stop it. My daughter, 10 years old, she told me one day recently, I can't take you. I said, I can take your ass to the hospital. Who you think you talk? I'm not one of your friends. I'm not one of your friends.
Right. If you check I got 4 surviving daughters, okay? If you check with them, they will tell you, my mama always told us, I am friendly, but I'm not your girlfriend, okay? That means that that level of comfort that you feel, like that you think you want to rise up and say something when I said what I said, you confused. So what I'm trying to get the young ladies to understand is this ain't just your stopping point right here. Your child is watching you throughout this entire journey. So you can tell them it's okay that we ain't buddy. I'm your covering. I'm the one that's trying to teach you and train you so you don't end up like me. I don't want my daughter to have a baby at 15. I don't want her to be out there and have to see what that's like. You understand? So at that point, that's when you begin to teach them and train them. No, I ain't always had it together. Shoot, I still got some stuff I got to get together now at 55. But I never taught them and treated them like they were my friend. I'm friendly. I'm your mom. But let's understand here, you're the kid and I'm the mom. And that's what needs to take place now. And you just got to bring God back into the family unit. Too many people have walked away from God. And I promise you, brother, you can't walk away from him. And then when chaos occurs, you want to run to him. Well, guess what? Your spiritual deposit, you ain't put nothing in there, so you can't withdraw back out spiritually. You toe up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got? What you got to say?
It's from the cradle to the grave with me. I ain't
Yes.
your friend.
You
know, even though I was a kid when I had a kid, just like this.
Yes.
I was young when I had it, but I had my mother and my father's support.
Yeah.
You know, and to help me raise my daughter. But by the time my son came along, they was at an age where they couldn't handle him because he was just too busy. But it's like I tell people all the time, you know, you see these sisters on TV. I mean, on TV, on the internet. We turning up. They turning up. So what do you think the kids doing while you turning up?
Right.
We they leaders. They watching you turn up. Then they turn up. You know.
Come on, sis.
When I deal with these guys and I be people looking like, man, I said 9 times out of 10 when I meet the mama, she wilds out like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really sad that the generation, there's a different generation, different breed of mothers than from our parents. And then from us as parents, you know, it's this younger generation raising these kids. They piercing their ears. They letting them put on saggy pants. They making them grow up so fast. You know, they're not letting them be children. They're making them an adults. I seen a video of a little boy. He had on a big link chain, saggy pants, and he was saying, "Delete that shit." I know you see that video.
Yeah.
Delete that shit. This was a little baby still in Pampers. He's dragging with his pamper on. You know, so it's just the mindset that some of these, not all mothers, because I know some women really, really try. You can you can raise them right, you can give them the right things, but sometimes when they get out into society or they get out in the street, then they mentality kind of get entwined.
Right.
They go left. So it ain't always, but a lot of times it is the parent fault, because I put the fear of the devil in mine, baby. They scared.
You better stop playing with me.
From generation to generation. My great grandkids scared of my ass.
You better know that's right. That's right.
The other thing that is missing.
Yeah.
You had a mother, you have a father.
Yes.
But big mama, Nana, grandmama overseen all. I remember one time.
Yeah.
My grandmother was never saying, "Don't chastise me." My grandmother had to think about, "Don't hit him in the face."
Right.
Me in the kitchen, my mama slapped me. Before my slap was complete, she was slapped. I looked at my grandmama, looked at my mama like, nah. Your hand, face thing. But the reason I said it is because a lot of mothers, when they did not have it all together, the grandmother was there to authorize that authority and be like, no, don't do that. Don't do that this way, do that this way. And it was basically a support situation. A lot of these mothers still in the club.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right.
You're absolutely right. They're not making their kids the priority.
Come on, sis.
Yeah,
come on, sis.
They're not looking at, I can't do this because of my child.
Now that's what we did.
Watch what I do around them. I can't.
Come on.
That kid is not their priority. Okay, I had the kid, it's my child. They might buy for them, they may feed them, but other things, another man may become their priority. Hanging in the street is their priority. They're not really. They to sum it down, make it short. They watching their kids grow. They not raising.
Period. Come on, sis.
They watch.
Come on. Grow. You telling the truth, and unfortunately, when you point it out, everybody wants to have a attitude about it. They want to tell you old school. We don't do it like that no more. We don't do it like that. I had a conversation with one of my dudes.
That's why you don't do it no more.
How you telling me one of your dudes or one of your friends dating somebody? First of all, your friend 12. What is he dating? A pen and a paper?
That's what he should be dating.
Thank you. And where's his mama? Okay, and the mama talking about, well, they just all hang out together. No, while you talking about they hang out together, they're going to be doing a whole lot of other things together because they're watching everything on the TV. Everything is in the realm of their vision. That's why I tell people, you got your kids stuck in front of the television. What is the television? It's somebody else telling you their vision, right? So we leave our kids in front of these stupid boxes all day. But then you want to know what's wrong, why they bringing home D's and F's. They bringing home D's and F's because while you out, they playing the same games every day that's robbing your pocket. You spending money to keep them at bay instead of spending time to keep that demon away from them. We have allowed them to just be taken over.
All my friends were scared of my mama. All my friends. Then when they came around, hello, it was real. It could be the most rah-rah dude. Make it up. You see my, hey, how you doing, Miss Phillips? How you doing, Mama?
Yeah.
Hey,
that's how it's supposed to be.
That's right.
But you know what?
Can Prince come outside?
Yeah, look, we had neighbors like that. We had a village. It didn't back way, we sure way away from that. Whereas the mother was struggling with her kids, everybody helped her with her kids.
Say it.
They looked out for those. I never forget, I was doing something and my neighbor told me, I'm gonna get you and then I'm gonna take you home and I'm gonna tell your mama.
And then your mama got you.
They don't do that no more. We turn them.
Now they don't do that no more.
That's because everybody tell everybody, man, your business, man, your business.
Right.
This kid on the block doing wrong. This how I look at it. This kid on the block doing wrong. He went somewhere else doing wrong. Them people over there gonna come over here and can't none of them shoot. They gonna shoot one of y'all because y'all didn't say something when he was doing it over here. It needs to be like that. The law need to be laid down in the community by the community people.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
There was no way. Let me tell you some simple stuff that went on.
Yeah.
I walked on Miss Rome on Miss Rome grass one day.
No, you didn't.
She berserk. I didn't even walk. I walked across it to it. She said, "See, that's the problem now. You don't pay attention and you don't like stuff. Your ass ain't gonna make it till you're 17. I was 16, and I said, this lady just done killed me. So now, and I swear to God, y'all might think I'm joking. Now, every year that I turn the age, I knock on her door. I told her in March, I said, hey, Ms. Rome, you know I just turned 50. I'm still here. You know what she said? Me too. I am in a race with it. But it was the fact that the respect era was so strong.
Yes.
You weren't gonna cuss in front of Miss Rome. You weren't gonna cuss in front of Miss Peters. You weren't gonna cuss in front of Miss Hicks. Nobody. So you had to have your manner. And then I look around there and I see a lot of the old heads gone, and a new generation of kids that came, and there been shootings on the block. Me being a dude off the block, I used to be like, hey man, y'all need to get this together over here, because people supposed to be scared to come over here and do some wrong. But now they coming over here like, this ain't right. That's basically, you gonna let somebody come in your house and just put their feet on your table?
Right.
You supposed to lay, and it ain't gotta be nothing violent. You gotta lay a law down before it gets to that point.
You have to establish that level.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we gonna tolerate. This is what we
not gonna
tolerate.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they doing out here in our community, they not doing it up in the up north. You can't do it.
Come on, Queen.
Because you go up in the white folks community. I don't care who it is.
Come on.
You go out there try to slang some drugs. That whole community gonna come out against your ass.
You better say that
out of that community.
Hey,
you better say.
They got it on some. They got it on some blocks. They had that thing. No loitering, no selling drugs. I seen one that said no pants sagging. I said, oh, they got somebody watching.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
But
yes, they do.
In our community, we allow everything come in our community.
Come on, Queen.
Want to do. You know,
come on, Queen.
Look, you know, June got the guns. You know who's selling the drugs over here, and you be too fearful to say something.
Come on, Queen.
You know what? Hold on. I'm glad you said something about it because that was one of my other topics before we get up here. Now, you got guys that do this, do wrong, and everything. Everybody know who they are. If it's a family member of yours, and this family member go out and shoot somebody and kill him, I think that it should be a law that you should get charged too. Because you were harboring.
You associated with it.
In this house. You knew.
That's it.
And that means a lot of people got to start watching.
Yes, sir.
Social media. They got to start watching their room. They got to start going. Back in the day, mama used to go in your room.
We did it.
Go all of that. They don't do that no more.
Listen,
yes, sir.
Today, to this day, I still go in. I was in my son's room when my son was 17, 16. I was in the room. He come upstairs like, what you doing in my room?
Right.
This room is in my house.
It's mine.
You know, ain't that? I heard a comedian say that one time too. You know, and it made sense. This ain't your room, baby. You don't pay for here. This my room. So I can come in anytime I get ready. Ain't no locks on the doors. Ain't no privacy up in here.
Let me tell you something, sis. You just like me. That's why we hit it off so well. Because I always said, if I have to battle with you back and forth, that means you ready to move.
Yes.
If I got to go back and forth with you, that means you ready to go pay your own rent, light, gas, phone, sewer, water. Don't come over here shopping in my refrigerator because you grown. And so when you make them understand that, because they holler they grown when they get 18, right? Mm-hmm. And so my standing thing that I would always tell a kid when they said they was 18, I said, okay, well, 18 grown mean grown, go and get your own.
Grown mean gone, baby. Grown mean gone.
Let me tell you something. The worst thing that I did was one day I brought a duffel bag with some clothes in it and an eighth of key in Emma Bates' house. Emma Bates was my great grandmother, right? That's Big Mama. Big Mama could get on the phone and stop an argument down south. So
yes, she could.
I brought this eighth of key, but I wasn't thinking I was finna make a move, and I just brought the bag over. It was a duffel bag. Sat it down in my room in my grandmama's house. Went on somewhere for like 2 days, came back up to make my move. When I walked up to my door, the door wasn't even there. I'm like, hey, Big Mama. I had a key to the house too, but I said, hey, Big Mama, where am I going? He said, now let me tell you something. My great grandfather was the first man, the only man I was terrified of. That made my grandpa said, come on in here, let me talk to you. I'm like,
yeah, man.
I didn't even think to look for the bag. I think they might have been painting or something, right? So I go in, I said, what's up, Grandpa? He said, so you just want these people to take our house?
Ooh.
I said, what people gonna take your house? What y'all talking about? My grandmama over there washing the dishes. She looked at me with such disgust and fear at the same time and looked at my grandfather, and my grandfather said, you left all them drugs in that room, in that bag. You done brought drugs in our house. Them people raid our house, they gonna take our house. Ugh. Right then and there, it dawned on me. I shot and ran and looked in the room. The bag was gone. The clothes was there. The bag was gone. I said, what did y'all do with that? Oh, that's probably in the East River right now. We put that in the toilet. Hey, let me tell you something, man. I don't know if any of y'all people out there know about the eighth key, but I was eighth key.
Yes, sir.
I finally got the money for myself. There was no consignment, no nothing. I'm like, yeah, I'm on now. It's popping. I'm on, man. I went straight back to zero. And on top of that, they was like, give me that key. Everything you bring in this house, we looking through it. I couldn't ask them why y'all go in my bag because I already knew this was their house.
That's it.
So I had to sit up there, and luckily I didn't get that from nobody because when nobody gonna believe your grandmama flushed you down the toilet.
Right.
Look, when I left out that house, I sat on that porch for 3 hours on trying to think how and where I'm gonna get the money to get something to get back up and get myself. And I just shook my head and went on and sold me a couple of cars and sold it to Chop Chop. But I got back on. That was the whole thing. I got back on.
Yeah, Big Mama didn't play that. Big Mama
No.
No. And you better believe, cuss around Big Mama if you want to. Right. You might as well just go ahead and just die right there.
She said the fear of old school parents is still got us to do right. No, it did. Got to do right this day.
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Ladies, we've been on here for an hour.
Dang, oh man,
yes, that is the time.
We got to connect, girl.
Yeah, it's me. I know this show would need more time, but I try to do 45 minutes to an hour because I don't, people's attention span sometimes ain't work too dead fly smash. So, Geneva, I want you to explain to the people where they can go find your movement at, where they can go support your foundation, and give them your social media.
Oh, all of the social media is Geneva Reed. Some of it is Geneva Reedville. So either you put in Geneva Reed or you put in Geneva Reedville on all of the social media. I'll pop up. The foundation per se, it's not, I'm spending my own money. I'm not getting any people helping or anything like that. When I started trying to break down and do the thing, people were asking for things that I wasn't willing to give up. People wanted you to do things a certain way, and I wasn't willing to do that at that time. And so when I got together with She Cares, it all came from just ministering on the street, helping the homeless, helping the downtrodden, helping the folks that's busted and disgusted. That's my ministry, a ministry of restoration. And so I don't have some big old name, some big old backing of people. It's my own funds that I'm putting into it. And so I always try to tell people, hey, if you're going to do the work, just do the work. I don't need no big nothing. If you want to cash out and go to Walmart and do some stuff, hey, I'll take your toilet paper, paper towels, all of that. But I don't do any organized per se, foundational stuff because of what they were trying to make me do in the beginning. But I tell you what I do, I direct people over to the foundation, not the foundation, the scholarship fund at Prairie View A&M. It's a social justice scholarship fund in Sandy's name. And the kids that get hold of it are ones who are majoring in criminal justice. And it's a couple of other fields there. That is the best thing that I could say for people. Fund that scholarship at Prairie View. Fund that scholarship because it's allowing students to get an opportunity to step into this criminal justice field. And we never know when the next Thurgood Marshall is coming. We never know when the next Sandra Bland is coming. We never know when the next, because people always talk about Martin Luther. We talk about Martin Luther. We talk about Malcolm X. It's not going to be another one. Okay. How about we all just get together and be the best us that we are? And that involves giving to each other. That involves having each other's back. Sisterhood, I got to make a donation to your foundation. But my main thing, Baldhead, that scholarship at Prairie View A&M. You go on Prairie View's website, you'll see it. If you just select scholarship, and you'll see the Sandra Bland Social Justice Scholarship. That's where I'm at with it. I do a lot of speaking. Well, I'm getting back to doing it now. A lot of people are calling now. But my main goal that I want people to understand is all of these things that happen to our kids, Queen, all of these things that happen in our communities, we were supposed to get mad enough that we would take our communities back. And because we didn't do that, now we're in the situation that we're in now. So I try to pull people in and help them with their credit and all of this stuff. I take people with Section 8 vouchers and all of that and try to show them how to get properties and that kind of thing. I am literally for the underdog. It's what I do. Don't need no fanfare. Don't need all of that stuff. And I tell people all the time, forget the title. Just do the work. Just do the work, man. Just do the work.
I got a question for my brother, KD Manning. He said, why is she in the house with her mask on? He said,
asked that already.
We asked it already. So that means you wasn't watching, KD. Go back and do the replay.
Go back and do the research. Okay, Gwendolyn, what would you let them know about your foundation? Oh, the name of your foundation, you did not say it, ma'am, is Sister.
Oh, She Cares. She Cares.
She Cares
Yes,
Ministry.
She Cares Ministries, and you'll begin to see it out there because I got somebody working on the page and all that right now. But it's straight up about helping folk who are just at the lowest of the low. Folks who are called throwaways, where folks just left them alone. Family won't deal with them. That's my passion. Those are my people.
Okay, then Gwendolyn, let them know about your foundation and where they can do whatever and where they can find you. Gwendolyn, aka Mihai. What's happening?
You got it. It's up there now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we the sisterhood. The sisterhood has a website. It's somewhat under construction, but it's still up there. It's sisterhood, the sisterhood action support group.org. We've been doing some things. We got a thing coming up with Art on the Mark, where we're going to be putting some of our stories up at the Art on the Mark. We have we just did an exhibition. You got to check it out. Have you seen the exhibition yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, so if you go to unsilence.org/sisterhood, that link should take you into the exhibition we just did where the mothers are telling their story. Our whole mission is empower these mothers that lost their children to grieve healthy, and we continue our mission. We do I'm working on a retreat. That's my biggest thing. Now, we did a retreat a couple years ago. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of mothers were able to relieve all that pain and anger and get it out at the retreat. So I'm working on doing something like that. So anybody want to make donations to that, that's fine. You can make a donation on our page, the Sisterhood Action Support.org. That's all right. You can find me on Facebook, Gwen Baxter. Don't judge me by my page, because hey, I say what I feel, and it is what it is. It's up there.
That's right, Queen. No apologies necessary.
Well, I love both of y'all, and I'm glad y'all came through. We love you too, bro. It was on my mind. I mean, a lot of people wanted me to do a show about the election and all of that, and I'm like, hey, it is what it is with that election. I'm glad my vote counted, because I would have been mad as hell if I'd have stood in line. First off, I didn't stand in line, and I was glad at that, but I felt I got juice, so I had to stand in line. I had to stand in line, and we voted, and the dude that we got in, I feel like I voted for the lesser evil, but I said, hey, if we gave that dude with that cotton candy hair chance, we can give this dude and this lady a chance to redo what they did in a better way and make it. When we come up, things happening. I think everything happened with Donald Trump and aftermath now to get everybody back together.
Come on, brother. Come on. You said it right there.
And I ain't just talking about black people. I'm talking about everybody in this nation get together, get back to what we needed, because it was too much.
Too much.
Do y'all know I was waiting for a person to run up on me with that Karen stuff? I was waiting.
I know you was waiting. I know
they ain't got no camera quick enough for me to where I'm gonna whoop them.
Yes.
Well, you know what, brother?
You know what, brother? I just want to say this to you. I'm very proud of you.
Yes.
I pray that God will continue to bless you in all of your endeavors.
Hallelujah.
I'm just grateful that you chose to bring this awareness to, even though you use it as a tool for, to show our strengths, but just the fact that you want to bring awareness to situations that we have to encounter, these tragedies that we deal with. You don't take your platform just as comic. You use that platform to make people aware, and I really appreciate that, brother. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you even for considering to have me on, because I know it's other people, plenty other mothers that you could have chosen for such a time as this, but you chose me, and I'm grateful for that. And you allowed me to connect back with my sister here, to be able to see her again and see how beautiful she's looking.
We can't tell how beautiful she's. She got that mask on.
She's still beautiful. She's beautiful with the mask. See, that's one the thing up here. We wear a mask. We wear a mask under a mask.
Right.
Come on, sis.
It hurt.
Sis, would you tell them again? Tell them, sis. Tell them, girl.
Don't see the pain that I endure, the stuff the things I deal with. They don't see the hurt. in me when I go out into the street.
Yeah.
I put that big girl mask on, you know.
Come on now.
I know it's somebody else out there that's hurting harder than me. So I have to appear to be okay. But in reality, to be honest, between me and you, brother, I ain't okay some nights.
That's right, sis. That's right, sis. But I tell you what, let me tell you something. Now that we're connected, we're responsible for each other. So I'm telling you, on this platform, it is an honor to share the same platform with you. You have blessed my soul. Now I'm about to cry.
Oh, no, don't do that.
There you go.
Don't do that. Because I can't cry right now.
You, Baldhead. I appreciate you, brother. You know that. You know I appreciate you. Well, I love you back, bro.
Thank y'all both for being on the platform today, being on Baldhead'S podcast.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, everybody, please keep in tune with these sisters. They will keep in tune back with y'all. They my friends, and they always got a great story to tell. I love y'all.
Love you, Baldhead.
I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace out.
Love you,
And signing out, everybody who's on here, please share the podcast. Please share it. And y'all pray for me. I pray for y'all.